Are you talking to me? I had my headphones on. I couldn't hear what you said. What'd you say? Huh? All right, we're gonna get it started. I'm late today because I wasn't necessarily prepared for today. So here we go, and there is my face. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thursday, usually FTG Thursday, but this is my Friday because I'm not broadcasting tomorrow because I'm gonna be, well, eventually somewhere on a beach. We got quite a long trek ahead of us to the beautiful state of Hawaii. By the way, just a quick shout out to Jonathan Peterson. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Hold on. Stop that music. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jonathan Peterson. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, man. I remembered. Oh, it's you. And you're in the chat too. I see you now. Now I see you popped it in there. I set an alarm to make sure that I remembered that. And thank you for being a longtime watcher of the show. So let's get this thing started. But, you know, because we do always. Johnny, play the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only P-Dog Knight.
Oh, yeah. All right, stop the music and put my face on the screen. There we go. Oh, what happened there? Where's my camera? Hold up. What the hell's going on here? I was here, wasn't I? Hang on. What the heck happened here? Let's try that. Is that better? There we go. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as P-Dog Knight on the internet. Welcome back to the P-Dog Knight channel, where sometimes we are on CPT. Well, more often than not, because, you know, it just is. It is what it is. And today it's going to be a little bit shorter show because I got things to do. But looks like we're all packed. Got a couple things to clean, got a couple errands to run, stuff like that. But we're ready to go. We don't, our Uber doesn't come till 6 in the evening, so we're looking pretty good. Just got a little laundry to finish up. I got to fold some laundry and, we like to have the house clean before we leave when we go on vacation so that we come back to a nice clean house. Plus, 2 days after we get back, I'm going to be on a table getting my leg cut off. So, or something like that. But anyway, I hope you all are having a good morning. Happy Thursday. We'll say hi to everybody and get this thing started. First in chat over on Rumble, Mr. Avocados Diabli gets the bell. Thank you, sir. I don't know what the hell happened there. Also, good morning, Mike Savage Blarg. And Rumble's working today. That's a good thing. Got 4 people watching over there besides me. I have a window open, so that probably counts me. But thank you all who watch on Rumble. Make sure you're subscribed on both YouTube and Rumble if you're just watching on YouTube today. Just to be safe, check my locals. Follow me there, subscribe there, whatever you want to do over there. Make sure you are connected to me on locals too, because if anything happens, that's where you're going to find out. Because I can't send messages through YouTube. I can't do anything through YouTube if something happens on YouTube. So I will update you on on locals, and you usually find me on Rumble. All right, over on YouTube. Good morning. First who gets the bell, Attack Alpaca. Way to go. You're first. Also, good morning, Special Can Acid. The Grand Inquisitor Taya Alexander is in the house. Good morning, sir. Also, good morning, Aaron Meredith, Avocados Diabli. Whoops, no, the wrong music. There we go. Jonathan Peterson, who got the great birthday wish. Cannon Hotep's in the house. Hey, Cannon, I got a question for you. Aren't you supposed to be on a plane right now? Aren't you headed to the dry, sunny state? What is this? Nevada heck of a nickname. What is the nickname of Nevada? Let's see. Nevada nickname. The nickname of Nevada is the Silver State. Aren't you? Oh, also the Sagebrush State. I didn't know that, but it's the Silver State because silver was discovered in the state back in 1859. But also Sagebrush State, the Battle-Born State. But I think the Silver State's more. Anyway, Canada, aren't you supposed to be on your way to Nevada right now? HotepCon starts today. I'm missing HotepCon because I have a 30-60 celebration in Hawaii, our 30th wedding anniversary and my wife's 60th birthday, which is what we're celebrating, even though her birthday was early in the month. The anniversary was earlier this year, but we planned this out a year ago saying, hey, what are we going to do for an anniversary? Let's go to Hawaii because I've never been there. It's one of the 7 states I haven't been to yet. And so we're flying there instead of HotepCon. But cheers to all the Hoteps and people going to HotepCon. That is a blast. It was a good time last year. And I hope you all have fun again. Also, good morning, Mike Savage, Blarg, Special Can Acid, Tyler F. Let's see. Tribute Liberties in the house. What's up, my brother? Wait, and I scrolled too fast. What the hell did I do there? All right. Okay, there we go. Blue Eyed Scream. What's up? And is that everybody? Unacceptable views. Okay, we're looking good. And Somnambule Nation, thank you for joining us. By the way, please make sure that you do the things that I ask you to do every single time you come on here. Make sure that you go and hit that like button. Hit the like button, share the stream, and you can sponsor the show, pdognight.live or streamlabs.com/pdognight. Either one. That's the best place to sponsor the show. Although I'm happy when you do super chats and rumble rants. Prefer this. That makes it easier for me and for you, and the money goes where you want it to go. So, shall we get this thing started? Now, thank you first to Somnambule Nation for tweeting out the show like you always do. I appreciate you doing that. And also a couple other people, looks like Resident Germ and Somnambule Nation also retweeted the show. So let's kind of get into some news. Couple things. Hey, now, Jonathan Peterson, I don't know if you do this, but you share a birthday with Wait a minute. Hold up. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hang on. What's going on here? Why isn't that working? Everything's going wrong today. What the hell is going on? There we go. All right. You share a birthday with Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro turns 80 years old today. He's trending on Twitter. Now, look, I don't like Robert De Niro's politics, but I enjoy a vast number of the different movies he's been in. Okay, great actor. He kind of plays the same guy in every show, except for the one show he plays kind of a goofy character with the one with Ben Stiller. What's the ones? Meet the Parents. But he even played kind of himself in that. But ever since, his big break Raging Bull. I don't remember I know he's in movies before Raging Bull, but Raging Bull was the one that really, really got him on the map. So I think, wasn't he in The Deer Hunter too? So anyway, happy birthday, 80th birthday to Robert De Niro. Even though he's kind of a jerk. And also, you share a birthday with Mae West. Mae West's birthday is today. I think she was born in like 1890. I don't know. She would have been 130 years old today. Mae West, one of the great characters in American entertainment history. One of the first really well-known kind of body individuals. B-A-W-D-Y when I said body. Basically made a career off of sex humor, which is, something that probably, in those days, in her day, man, she was ultra risque. So anyway, shout out to Mae West, shout out to Robert De Niro, and shout out to Jonathan Peterson one more time. Happy birthday, sir. Good morning, GDSOB. Nice to see you. Those ain't real dude. I'm looking at the Avi. Those ain't real dudes, Avi. Anyway, good morning. And Lord Stanhope's in the house. Nice to see you. I must have missed you before. I don't know why I didn't see you. So anyway, glad to see you all here. All right, and GDSOB. You know what? I must have been channeling you because I said your name just before you popped in. So that's pretty good. All right, let's move into some news. I got to kind of move it along today. Also, Larry Elder's trending today. And I didn't even know. Did anyone besides me know that Larry Elder's running for president? I had no idea. And I guess, but there's a lot of names you probably don't know that are running. But this is one of them. And he's trending partially because he said, I believe a few days ago, that he would make, to help curb our illegal immigration problem, he said he would support state legislation making it a felony to reside in the U.S. without authorization. This would empower states to solve the problem, then reimburse states for their cost while withholding federal funds from states that do not make this stop. Interesting idea. I don't know how that works constitutionally, but it's an interesting idea. He's also trending, though, because some people... he also noticed... I did a video about this. He noticed that Karine Jean-Pierre... I don't know if you saw this. Karine Jean-Pierre tweeted something the other day, and it said this: investing in America means investing in all of America. When I ran for president, I made a promise that I would leave no part of the country behind. Now, you obviously know that Karine Jean-Pierre did not run for president. And you also know that whenever Joe Biden tweets, if you follow or see Joe Biden on Twitter, his Twitter feed is amazingly coherent, and it's also, it's obviously written by ghostwriters. I think we might know who one of the ghostwriters are. She forgot to switch accounts before she posted. A bunch of people noticed, screenshotted it, and then she quickly took it down. So we know that because we know that Joe Biden doesn't tweet. He's not Donald Trump. He's not Donald Trump, and he's not as coherent as his Twitter feed sounds. So that was funny. But anyway, Larry Elder noticed that, and then there's a lot of people calling Larry Elder, let's say Black Twitter doesn't like Larry Elder because they think Larry Elder's Uncle Tom or a coon or something like that. That's like, hey, you know what? Do we all have to be the same? Can't we all get along? I don't know. All right, let's move on. Because like I said, this show's got to move today because I'm so late and I'm not ending late. I'm going to try to end on time. So we're just going to go through the list. Now, update on the Maui fire. Since I'm going to Hawaii, I thought I would talk about this today again, even though we're not going to Maui. We'll be flying over Maui from Oahu to the Big Island, but we will not specifically be going to Maui. There's a lot of people upset in Hawaii, obviously. Obviously, it's obviously not a good situation there. But and people are starting to ask questions. I don't know if it's too early to ask some of these questions, but there was a press conference. What did I do at the press conference? Here it is. This is the press conference. Where people are kind of angry.
The reason why.
Stop. Hang on. People are starting to ask some tough questions about the fires in Maui, and this is one of the press conferences that I wanted to highlight. Here, let me put this full screen, and we'll play this one. Today, I'm treating this like a Friday. I'm going to be playing a lot of video and just talking about the videos instead of talking just, you know how I do. Anyway, pick up some cheap land while you're on vacation. Oh, man. No, AD. That's terrible. All right, here's the... one of the press conferences where the reporter is asking the administrator or officer here some tough questions. Here it goes.
Regret not sounding the sirens.
This is about the sirens, because remember they said the sirens did not go off, and I knew there had to be some kind of an explanation, but I don't know if it's correct, because usually, like, when I hear sirens, they have these, like in the Twin Cities, they test this tornado sirens, because we have sirens for tornado and for severe weather, whatever. And they have different sounding ones. If it goes up and down, it's for one thing. And if it's just straight blast, it's for another thing. And I don't know which is which. So if I hear the sirens, I just go immediately check my phone or whatever for the weather. What's this siren for? Okay. But here's their explanation for the sirens not going off in Maui.
And the reason why, and
so many people said they could have been saved if they had time to escape. Had a siren gone off, they would have known that there was a crisis emerging. And as we know, so many bodies were found in the ground.
Do you want him to give you the answer, or do you want to give? Well, then let him finish. Let him finish his answer.
Sorry, there's a lot of people.
Well, you're talking and you're not letting him talk. If you want to talk, come up here.
Now, first of all, that is a big, scary dude right there. I was a reporter, and he came out the side of the podium, and I'm like, holy moly, that's a big dude. I'd have shut up real quick. I'm gonna let you finish. That's what Kanye would say. I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm ready for the answer.
Then wait.
the sirens, as I had mentioned earlier, is used primarily for tsunamis, and that's the reason why many of them are.
Now, notice he didn't say exclusively. Primarily. Do you think if people would have heard the sirens, they would have just, well, wait, I'm going to let him finish, then I'm going to ask you the question.
Found, almost all of them are found on the coastline. The public is trained to seek higher ground in the event that the siren is sounded. In fact, on the website.
Okay, hold on. The public is trained to seek higher ground. Yeah. So I don't know if they test like tornado sirens or any kind of sirens where you live. But again, when I hear the sirens, I don't automatically move anywhere. I just try to figure out, okay, what are these sirens for? Because, the public's trained to move to higher ground because the sirens go off. Are they? Or did they just kind of go figure out what the hell this siren's for? Because it could be for a number of things. Again, he said primarily for tsunamis. Is that all they're for? I'm curious.
Website of the Hawaii Emergency Management Agency, the following guideline is provided. If you are in a low-lying area near the coastline, evacuate to high grounds, inland or vertically to the fourth floor and higher of a concrete building. Alerts may also come in the form of a wireless emergency alert. Okay, now that makes sense. Okay, if it's a tsunami warning, you might want to go to a higher floor of a higher building. Now, this is a town, though. They didn't have taller buildings. This is a town that had an ordinance that I think the tallest building could be 2 stories at most. So I'm curious about that. Good morning, Jen T. How you doing? Nice to see you. Okay. Had we sounded the siren that night, we're afraid that people would have gone Mauka. And if that was the case, then they would have...
You know what? That night, they would have gone somewhere and figured out that this wasn't it. What they not giving them any notification doesn't help you. You know? Yeah. Oh, if the sirens are off, they might have done something. Well, if the sirens don't go off, they're going to do nothing. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Hello, Spoonie. What's up? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome back.
Gone into the fire. And so that is the reason why our protocol has been to use WEA and EAS. By the way, I should also note that there are no sirens, Mauka, or on the mountainside, where the fire was spreading down. So even if we sounded the siren, it would not have saved those people on the mountainside.
Okay, all right. So anyway, that's his explanation for that. But we'll go through, watch a couple more videos of this on this, because there's people asking all kinds of questions. We'll do a couple of these, but we're not going to go through a lot of them because, again, for time's sake. Good Lord. I'm going to skip that one. Now, oh, by the way, we already mentioned this too, that for whatever reason, there's a complaint that the government is blocking some of the relief effort. And so we showed you this yesterday, how people are bringing in supplies by watercrafts and things like that. The people are basically circumventing the government, which in this case, maybe that's appropriate. Now, this one, so here's a local teen opens up about her fears following the Maui fires. Let's watch this one.
Do you worry about what's in store for your generation of natives?
Yes, I'm scared. But I know we're all strong. We're strong Kanakas. I'm just scared we're gonna lose our culture. Hula is like one of the many things keeping our culture alive right now. A lot of people don't speak our language, Olelo Hawaii over here. We're like whitewashed.
As you look around and as you consider the future, what worries you about the impact of this fire?
It's hard for a lot of families because a lot of families don't have that much money here in Hawaii because it's so expensive.
You fear that some people might not be able to stay?
Yeah, everyone who lives in Hawaii, they say priced out of paradise.
Priced out of paradise?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Too expensive for us. We can't live here if it's too expensive. We're gonna be living on the streets. A lot of my family, they moved to the mainland because they can't afford over here.
Well, that's sad. That's sad because this area that burned was, the vast majority of it were native Hawaiians, or people who lived in Hawaii multiple generations have kind of melded into the culture of that area. It wasn't a touristy area. It was people who refused to sell land, so it's very sad that's happening. So anyway, let's see here. All right, let me move on here. Let's see. Oh wait, where was I here? Hang on, sorry about that. Oh, here. Okay, we're go back to Hawaii here, and then also let's see. Here, there's some other stories. I just want people to hear stories of this, and that's why we're watching some of these. This is a woman also from Lahaina. We'll listen to her for a second.
Good morning. I'm sure you've seen all of the recent updates about how fire hydrants were dry. Kids were actually sent home that day due to hurricane conditions. People are finding...
So apparently, I'm not... This is the second time I've heard this about kids at schools or being sent home from schools. I guess maybe they have schools starting earlier in Hawaii. They have different school schedule. I suppose they don't have, like here, schools are based on, the weather, based on the summer, because we have a, mainland's largely farmland, and kids help work on the farm in the summer, so we don't have school in the summer or vacation in the summer, whatever. I guess Hawaii doesn't have that. They have school at different time of the year. But anyway,
remains of whole families huddled together, burnt alive. They even found a baby and his mother, or her mother, holding on to each other, and burnt to a crisp. No sirens went off. No warning was given. All of these new things are resurfacing. Or not resurfacing, they're actually surfacing. And with all these new things that start popping up, there's now new questions. More theories are coming out.
And the slower they answer the questions, the more the wilder the theories will get.
And I can't speak on any of those theories. And I don't want to get into it. All I will say is that is what, that's what's happening. That's what has happened. And with each day that goes by, more and more truth will come out. But it's looking pretty suspect to me. So that is my opinion on it.
Again, this is an area that developers wanted to develop, and I feel for these people. It's like, that there are going to be all these very big money saviors coming to help the people, and either hey, we'll help you out, we'll buy this land even though there's nothing on it, or we'll help you rebuild. We're going to rebuild this into a like the governor said, or they had the smart city conference not that long ago, and we want to put, we want to build the first smart city. Well, this is not a town that was made for that. This is a town of locals that like to be locals, and so it's just wild. I mean,
I can't say that I think this happened. I can't say that I think that happened, because I don't know. I wasn't there, and I'm not gonna put out any more information that might not be completely true, because that's
the only way you can do it right now.
Things circulate and things can get misconstrued, and we need to focus on the main point of this, which is, yes, it sucks that it happened, and my heart goes out to each and every one of them, but let's make this a learning experience. What can we do to make sure that this shit does not happen again? What can we do as a community to make sure that Lahaina is built in the local communities?
That is the thing that's just not going to happen. Hello, Selecta Boy.
We'll rebuild stronger and better.
So, it's really sad, man. So again, I even think good thoughts about Lahaina. Now all right, this is another thing. Now I don't know how much of this is true. We're going to scroll through this. Do not donate to any government agencies to help those in Lahaina. This is absolutely disgusting and inhumane. Help. FEMA has already started confiscating the containers that arrived today for our community relief efforts for Lahaina and Kula. This can't be legal. Our receiver there for part of the shipment of our 60 containers. It's not theirs to take. Please share. Maybe someone can help us. Please don't let them take our supplies and donations for our community, because they're trying to be the only people doing relief effort here. That's not good. There's a whole video here also, unreported stories about Maui wildfires and the aftermath. There's a lot of people going through this town, like this area where these cars were, and they're noticing, like, wait a minute, did these people like all shut their car doors when they ran from them, or they're finding People are pulling bodies out of the cars. I know don't have the screen there right now. Here's another resident, very angry about the situation. We'll watch this one.
This government like help us. Maybe Japan going, they love Hawaii. Maybe one other country, but it's if they can freaking take care of Ukraine, yeah, $40 billion go to Ukraine. Fucking shit ain't coming to us. What the fuck? My tax-paying money for 60 fucking years don't mean shit. But they're gonna take care of Ukraine, 40 fucking billion. But nobody's still here to take care of us. We're suffering. All this shit we gotta do on our own. Now they come, oh no, we like political. Oh, FEMA coming, Red Cross coming. None of these caravans can come in. Oh, political. When I hear you guys talk, I like mention some names. I don't more love for you guys. You guys full of shit. You guys reading something off on paper. I never feel sincerity or emotion. But my sister died. The first picture they saw of somebody dead was rough. Oh shit.
Oh man. Here's something else. Something not right about Maui fires. Fire hydrants were dry. Fire marshals were out of town that night. The mayor and the governor were out of town. Well, the governor is in Oahu. People who are trying to evacuate were told it was not time to evacuate and turn around back into the fire. No cops on bullhorns, no firefighters in the streets. Most robust energy siren system in the world did not sound. No warnings whatsoever. Anomalies with reported wind directions that did not scientifically add up. Tourists evacuated by bus. Locals blocked in and told they can't get back if they leave. School was canceled. Children were home while parents worked. Hundreds of children burned alive. Can't be identified. Perfect circle of fire around Lahaina. Molten metal next to intact trees. Media reporting fractions of real numbers. New insurance policies taken out on Lahaina before the fires. Who owns Lahaina besides the Hawaiians? The oceanfront property? The government? Wild how this new uninhabitable land that only big developers can afford to clean up opened up for the plans of turning Maui into a smart island with billionaires funding. How many do you need? It goes on and on and on. So lots of questions. You can scroll through this. This is the guy talking about, well, here, we'll do one more and then I'm going to move on. Let's listen to this one.
So many people are questioning the fires in Maui. I saw something very questionable and I was debating, because should I make this video? Is that really what I should do? There's so much devastation.
A lot of people are like, well, what can we do to help? All the physical things are being helped. But what you can do is you can be that voice for us also. Blast shit on social media. Blast it. Share the pictures. Share that we lost an entire town.
The people need to know the truth, right? They do. If they knew the truth, it would change everything. And we're going to start with this one picture. This picture, right? We've all seen this picture. We're going to start here. How come the cars were stuck? Has any...
Well, and it's weird. This car, well, it seems damaged. But why were they stuck there? Why were they stopped? And I was thinking that before when I saw this picture. Is this where they were not letting people like out of the town? With fire move faster than cars? I don't get it.
Anybody wondered that? Was it just a traffic jam? What really happened? Well, there's this older gentleman that says that a cop was blocking it because he was taking orders. He blocked the road. Seeing the fire, doesn't have a thinking cap on, and is following orders that are deadly. Is it true? I don't know. I don't trust the news. I rather trust someone there speaking on a phone than any damn news network there is. This is what he said.
Maui police blockaded escape routes.
Around back to Front Street, and all the cars were lined up, but none of them were moving. And I walked all the way from Safeway to the Chart House. Not one car had moved. And I was wondering what was stopping the traffic. Well, it was a policeman. And I got to the end and I looked up north. There were no obstructions. There was no reason to keep those cars there.
Are you serious?
I'm serious as a heart attack. And I said, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm under orders to keep them here. And I said, the fire is right around Safeway.
What does that really actually mean for
what
the people?
What the hell were they doing?
If this story is true and the roads are intentionally blocked, not allowing the people to leave, which caused this mass catastrophe, which could have totally been avoided, this is just one thing that makes no damn sense, and questions need to be asked and answers need to be given. Someone needs to be accountable. It needs to go all the way to the top. Who made that order? You know, because I don't know if you saw in Texas.
Yeah, but what do you call the top in this situation? Do you call the top is there a regional governor on Maui? Is there the governor of the state? Do you go to all the way up to the president? What the hell? This is crazy. And I don't like, pushing the so-called conspiracy theories, but what was their plan? What was their motivation to stop? If they're stopping the cars from leaving and telling people to go back to their homes, or if you leave your home, you're never going to be able to come back. And I've heard that story multiple times from multiple people. I've been watching a lot of these videos over the last few days, and you hear it over and over, and it's like, what? Why? It makes no sense.
Texas, when we had that school shooting, someone gave an order to tell the cops to sit outside in the hallways, 30 minutes? Who gave that order? Is it like the same people? I don't know, but questions, we have to force answers. This is one, I got tons of them. I just want to bring this first question to everybody. We need it answered. Who's the cop who locked it down? We'll get him first. We need to know who gave him the order. Then we go to him. We say, okay, who gave you that damn order? And then we go to them. And whoever's responsible, we'll start there. And we'll start holding people accountable. Who gave the order? Let's find out. People dig in, hit me up in the comments. Let's find out which cop did this order.
BlackRock did. It was BlackRock, right? It was probably BlackRock because, they do everything. All right. Anyway, this link will be in here. As I always put links to everything we do. So you can, if you want to see more of these, it's hard to watch in too big a gulp. Try to pace yourself on these because some of them are just heart-wrenching stories. All right. Now, just on another note, the Obama Foundation is trending. The Obama Foundation is doing some work on Hawaii, but there's a whole lot of problems with the Obama Foundation. They've taken in like $1.1 billion this year. But also apparently apparently there's some water guy. They have a water guy in Hawaii. I don't know what the water guy does, but this is the water guy. Democrats are the party of science, also the party of no water for firefighting, only for worshiping. Thanks, Obama Foundation. This guy, Kaleo Manuel, the official who refused to release water in Hawaii, contributing to up to 106 deaths. Up to 106, I'm going to say 1,006 until they can tell me otherwise, because there are that many missing people. But apparently this guy is, his approach to water management is being questioned. So there's this Kaleo Manuel.
The commission is responsible per our authorizing statute to protect and manage all water resources in the state. One Water is like taking it and looking at it from a holistic system perspective.
From a holistic not just people need water to live. A holistic
water.
system.
In essence, we treated Native Hawaiians treated water as one of the earthly manifestations of a god and a kua kane. And so that reverend...
Wait, he does realize that Hawaii is surrounded by water, right? Now, granted, it's not water that you can drink, but I would think there'd be some kind of system where you can use water from the ocean to put out fires, or, desalination plants. But they use water from the inland of the islands, but whatever.
For a resource, and that reciprocity in relationship
and equity. I want to hear the word equity.
Really, really important.
He's going to say the word equity something here, I bet you.
And well-being, right? And
if
living in an island, isolated.
Before we move on, what are the chances somewhere? I haven't watched this. I started watching the beginning. I saw the caption. I'm like, oh gosh, this is going to be one of those people. If you think somewhere in this video he's going to say the word equity, put a 1 in the chat. If you do not think he's going to say equity, put a 0 in the chat. Okay, by the time you hear this, the delay will be long enough that you'll figure it out.
From other, civilizations. And so I think where it shifted to today or over time is that we've become used to looking at water as like something which we use.
Yes.
Not necessarily something that we revere.
Revere.
That thing that gives us life. Right?
Revere.
I mean, to me, it's a shift in value set. And, you know, if we can start to really look at how we as humans in an island can reconnect to that traditional value set.
Okay.
So really my motto is always like, let water connect us and not divide us. Like we can share it, but it requires true conversations about equity.
Ah, yes, I knew it. I knew the word. I knew it. I knew that somewhere he was going to use the word equity when it comes to water. Oh my God. Oh, that is perfect. Anyway, people are he's a part of the Obama Foundation. He's got elected to be the water guy, and he's part of the Obama Foundation. Now somebody here, let's see. Here is what the headline should read: the Obama Foundation, backed by two of the biggest billionaires in the world, are asking for donations. So they're asking for donations for Hawaii, kind of like the Clinton Foundation asked for donations for Haiti. But anyway, let's see. The article directs people to donate directly to the Red Cross and Maui specific organizations, not the Obama Foundation. What? Let's see. Obama is using the crisis to ask for donations for Obama.org. So typical Democrat. Pro surf. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Pro surfer Kai Lenny bashes the government for lack of aid amid Maui wildfires. We're just in shock. Yeah, that seems to be a theme, that the aid that's coming in, they're blocking some of the aid, so people are kind of circumventing it. I don't understand this whole thing. Let's see here. Gosh. Water Resource Manager, Deputy Director Hawaii, M. Kaleo Manuel, is an inaugural Obama leader for the Asia Pacific region with the Obama Foundation. So anyway, the Obama Foundation, warning, beware, my opinion, Obama Foundation are just wealthy people do to hide money, keep money, filter money, do not pay taxes on them dollars. They keep, well, look, so the Obama Foundation, that's hilarious, barely gets gigantic donations from some of the worst people in the world. Like, I think Warren Buffett gave it $100 million. Bill Gates gave it a big, multi-$100 million. I'm sure BlackRock sponsors the Obama Foundation. It's again, here's the one I wanted to read. State official refused to release water for Maui fires until it was too late. Here's the article about this guy. So, with wildfires ravaging West Maui on August 8th, the state water official delayed the release of water that landowners wanted to help protect their property from fires. The water standoff played out over much of the day, and the water didn't come until too late. The dispute involved the Department of Land and Natural Resources Water Resource Management Division and West Maui Land Company, which manages agriculture and residential subdivisions in West Maui, as well as Laniakupoko Irrigation Company, Laniakupoko Water Company, Olawalu Water Company, and Haiko Town Water Associations. DNR delayed releasing water requested by the Maui Land Company to prevent the spread of the fire, sources familiar with the situation said. Specifically, according to accounts of 4 people with knowledge of the situation, M. Kaleo Manuel, that's the guy in the video, a native Hawaiian cultural practitioner and DLNR's Deputy Director for Water Resource Management, initially balked at West Maui Land Company's request for additional water to help prevent the fire from spreading to properties managed by the company. So this guy who wants to make sure that water is revered and has some equity involved in its usage, is the person who made the decision not to allow water to come down, so they could at least try to stop the fires. Now, does that mean the fires would have been stopped? No, because there was 70 miles an hour wind spreading them, but still, water would have helped somehow. According to sources, Manuel wanted West Maui land to get permission from Taro and Orcalo farm located downstream from the company's property. Manuel eventually released the water, but not until after the fire had spread. It was not clear on Monday how much damage the fire did in the interim or whether homes were damaged. Manuel declined to be interviewed for this story. Oh, shocker. I wouldn't want to be interviewed for this story either after this devastation, because this, look, no matter how equitable he thinks and how sacred the water is, blah, 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 this guy is probably feeling like shit right now, and very much he should. So anyway, I'm going to move on to some other stuff. Oh, here's search for contributions to the Obama Foundation. Since 2017, the foundation has raised over $1.1 billion with a B dollars in contributions from more than 160,000 donors. Oh, yeah, but there's a few in there that have been hundreds of millions at a time. So whatever. You can search on the Chicago Tribune. Also, here's another part. I think this is the last. This is the last thing I have on Hawaii. No, we already saw him, so I'll skip that. Here's the last thing on Hawaii. This is pure evil. This is Maui. I have obtained new footage from Maui Fire Ground Zero that shows Hawaii police officers shutting down a citizen donation center for victims of the fires. The officer says, knowing he is being recorded, that the powers that be are responsible. Maui is a small series of islands with a population of only about 165,000 people. Of those individuals, most of them are very wealthy and a lot of them are celebrities. They do not want any poor people or locals living there anymore. It's obvious they are trying to drive them out with their crazy insurance rates, poor treatment, and targeted disasters. Now, I'm going to take a big old, I don't want to hear the targeted disaster. Until someone proves to me that this is a targeted disaster, I'm not going to listen to that. I'm not going to give credence to that. However, there's something weird going on here. I'll agree to that. But here's the video he had. It says,
I've just been informed that we are shutting down this placard distribution as of now. Please, there are powers that be.
They're shutting down. So, why? People helping people. People helping people, so why should it be? I don't get it. I did have one more. Did ABC News, I don't know why I find hearing this. Did ABC News bow to pressure from climate activists on headline on the Maui wildfire story? So they weren't ABC News wasn't making this about climate change, which was shocking at first. But ABC News on Tuesday updated an article on the Maui wildfires in Hawaii, ruling out climate change to clarify that it isn't the entire cause of the conflagrations. The original report on Monday by Julia Jacobo, Samantha Neck, and Ginger Lee, titled, quote, "Why Climate Change Can't Be Blamed for the Maui Wildfires." That's the original title, okay? That was the original title. Why Climate Change Can't Be Blamed for the Maui Wildfires. ABC News then changed the article's headline, adding the word entirely. And clarifying that climate change may have amplified the conditions that led to the deadly wildfire. So again, the agenda is clear. Hello, Reaccion, Puerto Rico, you lovely island that's not burning people. That was terrible. That's I didn't mean to go there. I just tried to find a word that fit in the song, and that was it. That's not good. Sorry, I apologize. I offended myself on that one. But look, I got to tell you something. Let me make something perfectly clear. And I have this warning on my Twitter profile. Okay, on my Twitter profile, it says, "Warning: my sense of humor may offend you." And I proceed with caution. And I absolutely offended myself there. Anyway, so they changed the headline to why climate change can't be blamed entirely for the Maui wildfires. So that's a really different statement. That's a completely different statement. Because in this one, why climate change can't be blamed for the Maui wildfires, saying that it can't be blamed at all on the wildfires, for the wildfires. But this one, why climate change can't be blamed entirely, that means that it's mostly because of climate change versus not at all. That's a very different headline. Now, there's currently no evidence to suggest that climate change, the theory that the earth is heating and uncontrollably due to industrialization and man-made carbon emissions, played a role in the Hawaii wildfires. The wildfires have burned in an alarming rate over the past week, scorching towns and the western Maui countryside, devastating Lahaina with its port. Okay, so anyway, it goes in the story. And several, Congress critters have been saying, oh, this is climate change. Every time there's a fire, it's climate change. Shut up. It's not always. Not all. All right, I got to finish it up. So let's just get through the rest of these now. This one. Okay, this one's, I'm moving on to other things. No more Hawaii until, what time do I get there? I get there 9 a.m. Hawaii time. until 9 a.m. Hawaii time, nothing else about Hawaii. Well, I'm getting on a plane that's from Hawaiian Airlines, but no more Hawaii on this show today, except for when I say I'm leaving Hawaii. Okay, let's get on to some other just odds and ends news. This one cracked me up. Because apparently the Guardian is just trying to stir up some shit. So, they have this headline: Trump attacks Georgia prosecutor with thinly veiled reference to N-word. Oh, did he drop an N-bomb on Fannie Willis? Did he drop an N-bomb? And then the sub-headline, I love the headline when they have to clarify. Fannie Willis, who is black, facing racist abuse after ex-president complains on Truth Social about the treatment from election riggers. He said riggers. Rigger what? Riggers. Fannie Willis, the Fulton County District Attorney in Georgia, who is prosecuting Donald Trump and 18 other allies over efforts to overturn the 2020 election, is facing a flurry of racist online abuse after the former president attacked his opponents using the word riggers, a thinly veiled play on the N-word. Now, he's been talking about election riggers and the rigging of the election, whatever. Rigger, please. Anyway, that's a headline. I swear, they are doing everything they can to cause just people to be pissed off in division. That's just hilarious. I can't even do it. All right, moving on. Next. Oh, Snow White. I know you know the saga Snow White. We're going to do a couple clips of why why Snow White is going to bomb at the box office, okay? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is going to bomb at the box office because its lead star hates the character. And it makes it very clear that she hates the character, she hates the story, and so they had to change the story because she hates the story so much. I'm sure you've probably seen this, but nobody's going to go see this movie, I got a feeling. Except for some, weirdo leftist people. Here she is talking about her character, Snow White.
The original cartoon came out in 1937.
Yes, it did.
Very evidently so.
Oh, God, here we go.
She hates the character.
On her love story.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought Snow White was supposed to be a love story with some scary stuff that happened between the beginning and the end. But the whole point of the story was a love story. The prince saves the loving girl and they go on living happily ever after. Yeah, they're not. They're changing that.
With a guy who literally stalks her.
Oh!
Weird.
Weird. So no prince or a different kind of prince?
We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story.
Huh. Imagine that.
Just because, like, we cast a guy in the movie.
Yeah.
It's
one of those things
so
that I think
that's the point of the story. That's the story. That's how the story was written. Now, it was obviously a little more grim when it was originally written, but that's the point of the story. It's a love story. And now they're not making it about being a love story.
They have their assumptions about what it's actually going to be.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
It's really not about the love story at all, which is really,
Oh, well, that's...
So it's all about you, right?
And whether or not she
Yes.
finds love along the way
Okay.
is anybody's guess until 2024.
Well, I don't think anyone's going to guess in 2024 either, because no one's going to go see this crap.
All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's
Yeah, they might cut the scenes of the prince, as she's saying. Oh, well, we're gonna make this about something else. Something about empower. You know, if you want a story about empowerment, you know, or something that's different from Snow White, like you want a story that tells a completely different story than Snow White. Of course, the dwarves aren't even dwarves in this one. Wait, Spoonie, did you just get here, or did I say hi to you earlier? I don't remember. Anyway, welcome. If you want to go see a story that's different than Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, here's a suggestion. How about you write one? How about you write a story, and don't call it Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Of course, they're not even dwarves in this one. Anyway, apparently though, she is causing a backlash. Rachel Zegler is single-handedly destroying this movie. My TikTok feed is full of people on all sides posting about her holier-than-thou crappy attitude is not okay. And Snow doesn't need to be modern. It's impressive how many people she's turned against seeing Snow White. In fact, because it's not just the conservatives. Everybody hates this shit. Everybody hates it. Listen. Here's people cracking on her.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so.
Oh,
There's
yes.
a big focus
I hate
on
the story.
her love
Why would you
story,
take a part?
with a guy?
Why would you take a part in a movie about a story that you hate? I don't get it.
Guy who literally stalks her. Weird.
Yeah, you're
so
weird.
We didn't do that
Yeah.
Cast a guy in the movie. Right. Andrew Burnap, great.
In a dress of 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
I was scared of the original.
Oh, wait. She's very angry about just the fact that people are seeing her in the dress.
Baby.
If I'm gonna stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
I was scared.
Oh, wow. I got an idea. Quit!
Scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. Like, I'm being so serious. I watched it once and then I went on the ride in Disney World, which was called Snow White's Scary Adventures. Doesn't sound like something a little kid would like. Was terrified of it. Never revisited Snow White again. So I watched it for the first time in probably
So she hates the character. She's always hated the character.
17 years.
She's hated the
when
movie.
I was doing this film. It's no longer 1937.
Oh,
and we
yeah.
absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, now a lot of people have also made this point. So Gal Gadot apparently is playing the witch, and this girl's playing Snow White. Isn't the witch, the queen, witch, whatever, isn't she supposed to be jealous of the beauty of Snow White? Gal Gadot and this Rachel Zegler. Gal Gadot, Rachel Zegler. Gal Gadot, Rachel Zegler. There's a little cognitive dissonance here.
Prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
Oh, that's the story. They're changing the story. Go write that story. Go write. What was the movie? Oh, there was a movie a long time ago that Sally Fields was in that she became she went union and stuff. She became leader. Now they wrote a story like that. Anyone know what movie I'm talking about? Was it Norma Ray? I think they made that movie. It was called Norma Ray. Go redo Norma Ray if you want that story. This is not Norma Ray. Good God.
And the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
Yes,
Reality is
that's
that
not the story.
cartoon was made 85 years ago. It's extremely dated when it comes to the ideas of women being in roles of power and what a woman is fit for in the world. And so when we came to reimagining the actual role, Snow White has to learn a lot of lessons about coming into her own power before she can come into power over a kingdom.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's the proactive one, and she's the one who...
Okay, well, nobody wants to see that. No one wants to see that shit, okay? Go write another movie. Go write a movie that fits what you want it to be. Don't change a movie that's been written and done and everyone has expectations of it. But guess what? Probably nobody will see it anyway, so who cares? Oh, what'd I do there? I didn't mean to do that. What the hell? Okay, there we go. And then let's see. Did we do this one? Oh, and now and then I'm not gonna play this one, but she's upset because, well, no, I'm gonna play this because she's upset that people are upset with her.
Taken out of context. And
taken out. Whoa. What was taken out of context? What was taken out of context? I'm curious. I'm going to start this over.
Video is going to get taken out of context, and I know that at this point I can't really stop people from doing that because
you've already ran your mouth.
On the internet is just me being taken out of context. And
yes, everything you said was taken out of context. Long form interview was taken out of context.
But I never want it to come off as me being ungrateful for the opportunities I have. When I say that this has been the biggest adjustment of my life, like understanding the way my life operates now, being who I am, and the things that I've been so fortunate to make. It comes with so much ground that I never thought I would be able to cover, and that people think I'm doing poorly, and other people think I'm doing gracefully, and I don't think I'm doing it at all. So when I tell you that
it's hard,
I just mean to be inside my brain. That's hard.
Yes, I'm inside my brain, and it's really difficult.
I can't get out of it, and I don't know if that will make sense, but that's where I'm at. I'm so grateful for the things that I'm able to do, and a lot of what I'm able to do is because of you guys, and I'm so unbelievably thankful for that.
You know what I need? I just figured out what I need. I need a sad music trombone. Here, I'll just give you this. I need a sad music sound.
The day I look at this trip and think, if somewhere like that can exist, and so can my...
Didn't that look like she was riding a camel? What is that? What the hell was that? Or she just walking? I look at this trip and think, if somewhere like that can exist, and so can my tiny pink bedroom from New Jersey. I can also be having the greatest... I hope that wasn't a metaphor. God, what's wrong with me?
Time, and simultaneously wishing people would stop sending me death threats. And maybe that's a weird takeaway for this video.
Death threats. They always go to death threats. And if there are people sending her death threats, fuck them. Just don't send death threats to people. That's the dumbest thing you can do. That's stupid. Just fucking stupid.
Is a life. This is real. It's filled with a lot of beautiful moments and beautiful people. I have a loving family, an incredible boyfriend that I love so
and they're in
much.
masks. Isn't that special?
Beautiful friends and family, people that I miss. It's a privilege to miss people the way that I do.
All right, enough. Hard. I don't want to hear your whining anymore. Anyway, all right, moving on. Let's finish some quick hits and get out of here. So apparently, I don't know if people are upset about this or not. Hi, JB. What's up? Nice to see you. Anna Lynn, nice to have you here. People are upset. Well, I don't know if people are upset or not, but the G20, I guess, is coming up. The G20 summit, which, a bunch of rich people go and do whatever they do. And I guess someone was upset that Vladimir Zelensky was not invited to the G20. And since it's not a G20 country. They're not inviting him. So this, here's a statement, I guess. Zelensky had nothing to do with the G20 summit. India Foreign Minister Subramanyam Jaishankar said the meeting of the leaders of the G20 countries is not the UN Security Council. The G20 is not going to discuss the problems of Ukraine. That's why Vladimir Zelensky was not invited to the summit. This is a summit where issues of energy, fertilizer, and food supply will be discussed, Jaishankar said. The G20 summit will be held on September 9th through 10th, 9th and 10th in New Delhi under the chairmanship of India. So he basically said, yeah, this isn't your thing, Zelensky. You're not invited. You're not going to come in here and try to, do whatever you do to get more money from everybody. Now, interesting, Shankar is right. Ukraine is NATO's problem, not India's problem. This is someone from India saying that. The West problems is only the West's problems. The rest of the world should not be dragged into it. Brilliant. And then someone here says Africa needs to be discussed. Essentially, it's a ticking time bomb. This is what you'll never learn in schools. We must get this continent back to life. There's a, the battery industry, the clean energy industry is basically ripping Africa apart. This is something you'll never learn in school. We must get this continent back to life. Now, this is weird because, again, this is one of those places where they, how they were criticizing, who were they criticizing? Marjorie Taylor Greene for saying something about, we're getting people from China, we're getting people from Africa, and a lot of other countries. Okay, and someone's, she said Africa was a country. No, she didn't. She was just saying places that people are coming across the border from. Well, this is interesting. You'll never learn this in school. We must get this continent back to life. Africa area, 30.37 million kilometers. China, 9.6 million kilometers. U.S., 9.8 kilometers. European Union, 10.8 million kilometers. Africa is bigger than all of Europe, China, the United States, America combined. Oh, did they say Africa was a country? No, they didn't, because there's a lot of different countries in Africa, and they have different characters all over the different regions of Africa. It's not all of Africa is the same. But anyway, on most world maps, Africa is represented in a downsize. This is deliberately done to create a visual effect of a small Africa to manipulate, brainwash, and deceive Africans wherever they are. Africa has 60% arable land. Africa owns 90% of raw material reserve. Africa owns 40% of the global gold reserve. Africa has 33% of the diamond reserve, has 80% of the coltan's global reserve, a mineral for telephone and electronics production, mainly in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Africa has 60% of cobalt reserve, mineral for car battery manufacture. Africa is rich in oil and natural gas. Africa and Namibia has the world's richest fishing coastline. Africa is rich in manganese, iron, and wood. Africa is 3 times the area of China, 3 times the area of Europe, 3 times the area of the United States. Africa is 30.5 million kilometers. Okay, it goes on and on. And that's why China is taking over Africa, because there's a lot of natural resources, and they don't care if they kill people because, hey, the Uyghurs can tell you that. So that's an interesting post regarding this G20 summit, and it needs to be discussed, and Africa needs to be discussed in the G20 because shit's going on there that you don't want to see. All right, finally, we'll just finish with a few videos. Clown World, this is Hollywood right now. Now, disclosure, 4 years ago, we went along the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and it was nice. It was clean. There was not a bunch of, I thought I was expecting more weirdos hanging around, but it was very touristy in the middle of summer. Well, here's what the Hollywood Walk of Fame looks like today. People tweaking, people, because we walked the entire Walk of Fame. Yeah, this dude's sleeping right in the middle of the sidewalk. This guy having trouble walking because he's fucked up. This guy looks like he's tweaking. Now, I don't know what that picture was. This is just someone had their dogs out there waiting for him in the store. I don't know. That's weird. But people sleeping in the street. That's not the Walk of Fame. That was by the Wax Museum. So anyway, I guess the point of this is that there's a lot of homeless people near Hollywood. Let's see here. Oh, this is just funny to me. This headline. Let's see here. Oh, no. So Rolling Stone magazine apparently thinks that Tiffany Gomez, the viral plane lady, here's their headline. Tiffany Gomez, viral plane meltdown made her a hero of the far right. She came forward, but why did she need to? Now, first of all, most of you in my audience are, more right-leaning than anything else, right? Most of you, except for Mike, who, we like Mike, even though he's kind of mean to people. Does anyone see Tiffany Gomez as a hero? I see her as kind of a meme, but not a hero. Has anyone considered her to be a hero of anybody's? And that's just like, what are they talking about? So here, I'll put the article up. I'm going to read the first few lines, and that's it. Plain Lady meme cycle proves the internet isn't fun anymore. What do you mean? The memes were awesome. It was funny as hell. Think back to your very first day, one that makes you cringe with shame or shudder into sobs when you think about it. Did it happen in middle school, high school, at a party, at DMV, blah, blah, blah? Do you ever think of it? Do you think about it every second of the day? Does it define you? Does it become the sum total of your entire life's work to the degree it is the only thing potential partners, employees, or teachers, or missions boards ever knew about you? Look, if she walked into 7-Eleven and I was next to her, I would have no idea who she was. Even after seeing this video of her promoting her new website and shit. I wouldn't know who she was. She just looks like a normal person probably walking through the street. Nobody would know. If you said her name to me like if she is applying for a job and I saw her name on the application, I wouldn't even think twice about it. Unless she told me I'm the plane lady. But they seem to think this is going to ruin her entire life. This is the peculiar experience shared by an increasing number of people whose target meltdown or road rage encounters or lackluster response to their girlfriend surprising them at college have suddenly, without warning, become grist for the viral content mill. It's the one that Tiffany Gomez, otherwise known as that motherfucker's not real plane lady, and a Dallas-based marketing executive whose airplane meltdown went viral last month. In the video, which was shot on a flight from Dallas to Orlando, highly distressed Gomez is standing in the aisle of the plane screaming, blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm going to skip this paragraph. Prior to the advent of TikTok and Twitter, Gomez's airplane meltdown would likely have been privy only to the flight crew and 100 or so passengers on the plane, as well as their loved ones who blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so anyway, she got famous from this plane thing, right? How is she a hero to the right other than being a meme hero? And that wasn't just the right. Everybody was memeing this lady. I have no idea what the hell they are talking about. She did make the list, though. The list, if you're not familiar with the list, people who should surrender their phones on Twitter. But everyone's like, the far right? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Are you crazy? No one thinks that she's from the far right. She's not a hero to anybody. She's just a meme. And her fame and fortune will be done. Let's see. This is CNN is reporting. This is not good if it's true. I don't know if it's probably not, though, because I don't trust CNN. Names, photos, and home addresses purportedly belonging to members of the grand jury that indicted Donald Trump and 18 allies are circulating on the far-right internet. Another use of the far right that they like to do. Again, why would they call it the far-right internet? But if you want to read the story here, they're claiming that people in the grand jury are being doxxed. I wonder how they're doing, how the jury from the Andy No trial is doing. All right, and then finally, let's see. The North Carolina legislature overrode vetoes of bills banning child sex changes, the teaching of gender cult dogmas to K-4 children, and boys playing girls in sports. Republicans attained a veto-proof House supermajority after the defection of a key Democratic legislature who had fought against the bathroom bill that resulted in a capital strike against the state back in 2016. Notable that the proliferation of such laws has not seen a repetition of such capital strikes in any state. The public understands the issue far better than it did today than in 2016, and by all indications, so does corporate America. So, he's referring to this story in The Hill. North Carolina legislature overrides veto of bills targeting. Again, the media is still going to use this as a negative, where the people see it as a positive. Hello, Brett Hayes, by the way, and Simon Wolfwood. Targeting transgender healthcare and athletes. No, not transgender healthcare. Okay, first of all, it's trans. Do you consider plastic surgery healthcare? I'm just curious. I mean, I know it's. I would think that elective, completely 100% elective surgery is not necessarily healthcare. Is it? I don't know, but they're calling it transgender healthcare and athletes. Well, no, the North Carolina legislature voted Wednesday to override Democratic Governor Roy Cooper's veto against 3 bills that would ban gender-affirming care for transgender minors, not transgender healthcare, so-called transgender minors, underage kids, making them permanent medical patients. They said, no, we're not going to allow that. You got to wait till you're old enough to at least be drafted. Bars medical professionals in North Carolina from administering puberty blockers, hormones, and surgeries to transgender minors. Those who began treatment prior to August 1st may continue receiving care with their parents' consent. The new law, which takes effect immediately, also blocks state funds from being used to support government health plans that offer surgical gender transition procedures, puberty blocking drugs, or cross-sex hormones. The North Carolina House, where Republicans secured a veto-proof majority in April after State Representative Tricia Cotham switched political parties, voted 74-45 Wednesday to override Cooper's veto of the bill. Now, she didn't have to change parties to override the bill. She could have stayed a Democrat and still voted to veto the bill. Okay, but she changed parties. But so they're saying, oh, it's a 74-40, they have a supermajority to veto the bill. Nobody had to change parties. Democrats certainly were free to vote for the bill, just none of them, vote for the override, just none of them did. So anyway, and most people are cheering this. I mean, if you 70 to 80% of the country are saying, yeah, good. That shit needs to stop. So anyway, I'm gonna finish with this last thing, and it's about that song that people are talking about. The song that has stirred emotions in a lot of people, and a lot of people. There's a lot of reaction videos out there to that. They basically it's them watching a video of some music, right? But I like this compilation, and it's the compilation done here by Matt Orfalia. America Reacts to Rich Men North of Richmond, which I still think is a great song, and it just gets at your soul. So we're gonna watch the whole damn thing, and I'm gonna react to the reaction of reactors to reacted videos, just because I like listening to the song.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away.
And it's quite a cross section of people listening to this.
Gotten to, for people like me, people like you, wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is.
I mean, it's
all it is.
It hits a lot of people.
With an whole soul,
I can rock with that.
These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end.
Okay.
Those are rich men, those are rich men.
Oh, this is true. Tell them.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm going to stop just for a moment. I still am one of those people who continue to be subscribed to the Amazing Lucas. And the other night, he was bitching about this song. He just hates it. And, because Lucas has become this, anything that's, and I understand some of it. Anything that's mainstream conservative, or the dollar sign conservatives, right? He can't stand them, and so anything they like, he has to hate, and so he hates this song. But I like, he's the first person I've seen criticize it extra heavily. In fact, a lot of people on the left also can relate to the song, even though most people on the right are the ones who is, who's promoting it. But there's people on the left who like the song anyway, too.
Buddy. Some of us can't say what we absolutely know is true, and he's articulating it.
I wish politicians would look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere.
that line killed me. That line kills me. Politicians look out for minors, but not the minors on an island somewhere. Well, they don't really look out for the minors either right now either. If you talk about the people in northern Minnesota, where they were trying to approve some mines that, often some land up there in the Biden administration next to that. So they don't really even look out for, they look out for miners in, the Congo or in China, all these people mining cobalt for the batteries, but they're not going to let you mine nickel in northern Minnesota. So all those jobs that you could be creating there, we've created all these jobs. We created 4 million jobs on top of the, 13 million jobs, and 4 million of those are new, not people just coming back. That's the greatest thing ever. 136,000 jobs average on a month. Really? Because the last president averaged 176,000 new jobs a month and didn't have that, whatever. But yeah, that line killed me.
Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me. What? For people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world.
Shit got people emotional. Damn.
With an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just want to have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. Cause your dollar ain't shit, it is taxed to no end, cause the rich men north of Richmond.
This is kind of reaction video inception, right? It's wild.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
Damn.
To you.
Yeah, damn. So, there you go. Thank you.
Oh my God! Oliver Anthony.
Richmond, north of Richmond.
Yeah, man, that's a great edit by Matt. Was it Matt Orfalia? Wow, again, that song is very powerful, and that's how I'm going to finish today. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. My weekend starts at 6:00 tonight when we get in our Uber to go to the airport, and I hope you. I just closed the chat. What the hell did I do? Thank you so much for joining me today on the Morning Night Live. I greatly appreciate you all, and again, I'll be back. I don't know if we're going to stream it all while we're in Hawaii. Probably not, but. And then I'll have an ordeal when I get back, because I go into surgery the Monday when I get back. So obviously I won't be streaming that day. I'm going to try to stream during my time off of life. In fact, I'm probably going to spend time finding people to come on the show, probably find shows to go on. I'm going to do something, because I'm not going to be able to go anywhere other than barely up and down stairs. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. If my Hotep friends, hope have fun at Hotep Con. I know that's going to be a blast. It's a fun deal, and you learn a lot too while you're there. So anyway, that's it. Time to go. Thank you. My name is P Dog Knight. and I'm out of here. Have a great couple weeks. See you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, this is P-Dog Night, and thank you for watching today on the P-Dog Night channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P-Dog Night, and I'm out of here.